Greetings. It is a pleasure to be sharing today's devotion. We have all heard of the verse in Philippians 5, in Philippians 2 rather, a very great chapter, by the way. I would highly recommend that everybody reads it. But in this chapter, one of the famous or well-known verses, Philippians 2:5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. For quite a long time, I wondered what exactly does that actually mean. What was the mind of Jesus? And really, this question, in Philippians 2, they do give, a certain hint into what that mind of Jesus was like. But really, it became even more clear to me when I read Galatians 5:22 to 23. We are doing a series at church on the fruit of the Spirit, and so we have been invited to reflect deeply on each one of them. And it's through that exercise that it occurred to me that they are describing the mind of Jesus. Galatians 5:22 to 23, it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such there is no law." What that means is that if we want to be like Christ, if we do want to have that mind that was in Jesus, our life has to exhibit these fruits. And I think one of the things I would encourage everybody to do is really go back to Galatians 5:22 to 23 and ask yourself and reflect whether your life exudes this. In other words, is your life filled with love? Love for yourself, love for others, and are you also lovable? Is it easier to love you, in other words? Or do people struggle with that idea? What about joy? Is your life filled with joy? Are you happy? Do you make other people happy? Do you fill other people's lives with joy? Is it a joy when other people reflect on having you in their lives? Is it a joy that you are there? What about peace? There are so many things these days that are robbing us of peace. There is financial instability. There is family conflicts, and tragedies, sickness. The list can go on and on. But the Lord is asking us to have peace in spite of all of that. To be still and know that in the right time, things will be all right. And along those lines, there is also patience. Are we patient? Do we really wait on the Lord? Patiently, and when somebody does something are we patient? And then there is kindness, which these days is really, really rare. Things as simple as greeting people when you pass them by has just become very, very rare these days. And the spirit of judgmentalism is also increasing. If we catch our friends backsliding, do you tell them a kind word? Next to kindness, there is goodness. There is faithfulness. Be faithful to God, to our partners, in our jobs, in our pursuit of making money. Are we faithful? There is gentleness, a quality that often is associated with weakness. Yet the Bible tells us that Jesus was gentle. When you look at how he approached, for example, the woman at the well, that was gentleness in the highest form, and it bore fruit. That lady is said to, in many circles, be one of the first missionaries. Entire villages transformed because of her. But it started with Jesus being gentle and sensitive to what she was going through. And finally, there is self-control. Which is very, very important, especially now that these days we are facing so many temptations of self-gratification, and you feel like you have to do it right now. You have to eat that. Almost feels like you can't survive without eating X and Y, or watching M and N, or like the spirit of self-control, especially in the face of temptation. Galatians 5:22-23 ends with, against such there is no law. And so if our lives would reflect these fruits of love, in the books of heaven, it will be written that we have fulfilled God's law. So
murakoze inshuti bavandimwe mumaze kumva iyi miburo ibagezwaho n'urubuga rw'abahamya ba Kristo. Turashima Imana ku byo yakoze. Abahamya ba Kristo bafite ibyigisho kuri YouTube, washyira mu ishakiro ugashakisha abahamya ba Kristo podcast, ndetse wareba kuri Spotify, X, Instagram na Facebook, ndetse n'indi miyoboro itandukanye. Duharanire twese kuba mu ruhande rwa Yesu Kristo, muri uno mwaka wa 2025 tuva mu byaha kandi tumwitegura kuko ari hafi kugaruka. Reba ku isi hose haratwereka ibimenyetso ko ari hafi kuza. Duhitemo Yesu bikiri none kuko ejo atari ahacu. Ushaka kutwandikira wajya ku rubuga www.abahamyabakristo.org, imeri abahamyakristo@gmail.com. Kuri telefoni ni uguteranya 1 7 1 7 8 5 6 6 7 9 7. Abahamya ba Kristo twishimira abatubaza ibibazo cyangwa abaduha ibitekerezo. Musangize inshuti n'abavandimwe. Uwiteka akomeze bahaze ibyiza, mukomeze mugire ubuzima buzira umuze, kandi mukomeze mwamamaze ibya Yesu.